Forgive me, Father Plaschke, for I am about to sin. The LA Times and a whole bunch of other media outlets have it wrong with regards to what the Dodgers are going to do with Trevor Bauer. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for Southern California. Welcome to Faithful Angelinos. So, this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to try to not do a lot of jokes about Trevor Bauer because let's be real, if you're anything familiar with the case, it is not good. And honestly, I know even when I was a comic, I didn't have rape jokes in my repertoire. So I'm going to try and call this one down the middle and try not to be too much of a jerk about it. If you do like what you see today, feel free to clickety-clack the like, subscribe buttons. Feel free to share this one with your friends because it is going to get a little intense. And by all means, comment. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers. I am still stuck in Des Moines, Iowa. Hopefully I'll get to see the wife in a couple of days. The TV is still stuck on Fox News. And all I can tell you is Michelle Tafoya, former NFL reporter, is apparently looking for a job there. And the other thing I can tell you is Emily Campagno has nice legs. Now, as for sports in Southern California, what I can tell you is that there is some semblance of action tonight. The LA Kings go to Arizona to face the Phoenix Orphans. That game will be at 6 o'clock. Now, on to the main topic. What can I tell you? There are continuing calls in amongst some Los Angeles media outlets for the Dodgers to immediately cut Trevor Bauer. Starting pitcher, I'll give you a little background on the guy. He was an NL Cy Young Award winner, and at the time, for the brief time that he had pitched for the Dodgers, he was leading the National League in strikeouts, leading the National League in innings pitched. The Dodgers, by the way, pitching needy at this point. He was suspended on July 2nd by Major League Baseball for a sexual assault allegation. Now, here's what we know about the sexual assault allegation. The Major League Baseball is still conducting its investigation. They might levy additional punishments to the guy. The victim and the doctors released photos. Apparently, it got a little rough in the behind closed doors. Assault by manual strangulation. That's not good. I've never had those words associated with my name. I've had acute head injury associated with my name, but that's usually what I have gotten, not dished out. They also sent out photos which were not good. Now, you wouldn't want a lady to look like that. That's all I want to say about it. But you're saying, okay, well, there's photos, the doctors agree, what gives? Well, then, as you know, in our country, you have the right to a defense. The defense had a bunch of messages that they sent to the judge claiming that the victim stated to Bauer that she wanted rough sex, for one, and then said she wanted it even rougher for round two. So she was denied the restraining order. The charges were thrown out. Trevor Bauer is a free man, and Bauer is a kind of a cocky guy. He put out a video. He called it The Truth. I think it would be better off if you had titled it My Side of the Story. I mean, dude, I've seen you pitch. I've never met you, but I have a feeling of the type of guy you are. You're cocky. And I don't really have a problem with being cocky, not at all. But at some point, some humility has got to come in. This is not something where you can just say, you are not guilty. You're a free man. I can appreciate that. You've got to not try to spin this as a positive, okay? Your OkCupid profile is not going to win over a lot of women these days. So, what do we know, aside from the legal aspects? Well, we know that there was a poll on the website Dodgers Nation. There were more than 4,400 clicks. Notice I did not say people. People in these polls tend to vote more than once. A majority in the poll said that they believe Bauer will pitch for the Dodgers again. The Dodgers also owe him $64 million which they would even owe him if they cut him. So that's not chump change. The question is going to be twofold. One is, do the Dodgers have any leverage? Does Major League Baseball have any leverage? I'm not necessarily sure they do in this situation. And that's, like I said, 64 million is a lot of money to give out. The other thing I find significantly more interesting, why does Bauer get cracked on by the local press, that same local press that reveres Kobe Bryant? I mean, we love Kobe Bryant. I have a Kobe Bryant jersey. I haven't worn it in a while. But we don't know what went on in that hotel room. We have no idea. There are murals all over Los Angeles about Kobe. Of him hugging his daughters, of him soaring through the sky with angel wings on his back. Hashtag girl dad. We don't know. We don't know. There's a really decent chance that we revered somebody who I can't even say the words. There is a chance. Because that case never went to trial. It wasn't thrown out by a judge. The accuser just basically disappeared. The only answer I can think of is that we look to Kobe Bryant as a god because he did godlike things. Dunking a basketball is extremely hard, more difficult than throwing things. Even if you're good at throwing things. Even if you throw it fast, and even if it has a severe break on it, dunking a basketball is a lot more impressive. That was not fun to admit. You want to know what else is not going to be fun to tell people? Hey, Trevor, if a girl tells you she wants it that rough, choose missionary. Don't go there. Just don't. Be boring. Go mix in a church girl. Somebody who doesn't, I realize that we all have our sexual kinks, our likes, our dislikes. You've got to know where your own line is, because you almost cost yourself $64 million for an orange jumpsuit, bro. And I'm not saying you're innocent. I just know you're not guilty. I don't know what you did or didn't do. I don't want to hate. Don't pop your collar. You're a free man. Settle for that. Take your money. Rebuild your life. So what do we know about the Dodgers? Well, this is an extremely unemotional front office, and I think that's for the best. You and I, we have our favorite teams and players. We do get emotional. We get extremely emotional. We like to think of ourselves as stoics. No, we're not. Not when it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, we grown men act like The View, mixed in with The Talk, mixed in with The Real, mixed in with Ellen DeGeneres, and you just put all that up and just hit puree, and that's what comes out. All of our estrogen just spills out all over the place when we talk sports. The Dodgers, on the other hand, they get it. It's cold. People that play professional sports are not people. They are assets. That's the way the Dodgers look at them. And by the way, so do agents. A lot of Dodger fans are sitting there pulling their hair out. Why would Corey Seager leave us for the Texas Rangers? It's because the agent knew the Texas Rangers would pay more. That's why. What's love got to do with it? So the key for an asset goes with the whole theory about buying low and selling high. Okay? Cutting Bauer right now is a $64 million sunk loss. And if he signs with another team, which is a distinct possibility, the losses get even worse. You pay nothing, or rather you gain nothing. You pay out $64 million, and Trevor Bauer leads the league in strikeouts again and competes for a Cy Young. So Bill Plaschke, again, the resident moralist for the LA Times, is arguing that the Dodgers will lose fans. No, they won't. Angelinos fight each other over Dodgers tickets, much like they fight each other over Lakers tickets. So no, that's not true. The Dodgers front office, however, what they do know, they do tune out all the noise. They play what I like to call 4D chess when they make trades. They trade established names, popular names for lesser players. Players, when the trade happens, we're all screaming it must be a salary dump. And then what they do, they trade those assets for even other assets that just all of us that we've never heard of, and then they blow up. So let's give you some examples. 2014, LA sent a pretty popular infielder named D. Gordon, pretty quick guy, and a starting pitcher named Dan Herron to Miami. And Dodger fans were apoplectic. Who in the bleep is Kike Hernandez? We all yelled. Kike. Great career in LA. Then we were all like, who the hell is Austin Barnes? For that matter, who the hell is Andrew Heaney? And then we flip Andrew Heaney to the Angels. We get Howie Kendrick, and then we start winning the West all over again. A couple of years later, the LA Dodgers, they've traded Matt Kemp twice. We loved Matt Kemp. He was second place in an MVP vote one year. We traded him twice. The first time we sent him to San Diego. Who the hell is Yasmani Grandal? We all yelled. The dude wound up being the second best hitting catcher in baseball. Then we get Kemp back. Then we take Kemp, Yasiel Puig. By the way, Yasiel Puig was facing sexual assault allegations. Kemp, Puig, Alex Wood, we send him off to Cincinnati for 2 minor leaguers. Oh no, salary dump. Wrong. Did you know who we traded, who we got back? We got 2 minor league pitching prospects. One we sent to the Boston Red Sox to get Mookie Betts. The other one we sent to the Washington Nationals last year. We get Trey Turner, who, by the way, is going to replace Corey Seager. 4D chess. You got to give the Dodgers credit where it's due. So right now, the LA has an enviable farm system. They lack super high-end talent. The Athletic, I believe, put 6 of their prospects in the top 100, but none of them in the top 10. I'm thinking LA is going to let Bauer pitch, at least in spring training. I really do. And I think that they're going to try and show him off a little bit, and then they're going to wind up flipping him to a team in a trade that we're all going to hate. We're all going to hate. Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is that guy? And 2 years later, we're all going to forget that Trevor Bauer ever wore Dodger blue. You might not like it now. 2 years from now, you're going to love it. So please, as a final message, I would like to tell the Los Angeles sports media who have been piling on the Dodgers and piling on Trevor Bauer, spare me your "the Dodgers have Bauer's remorse" headlines. Because those puns were played out. And for that matter, so is your influence. The Dodgers front office doesn't care. So that was a lot of fun. Look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. I'm James. See ya.